In a previous episode, Shoyan was very nervous after learning that Xiao Yixian had exchanged blows with people from the Ice River Valley. Shoyan rushed to the Central Plains area and reached the Yi clan where Xin Lan was. Shoyan had a brief confrontation with an elder of the Yi clan. After that, let's continue Shoyan's journey.
Now, Xinoyan and Xin Lan have landed on a hill where Xinoyan asked Xin Lan about Xiao Yixian. Xin Lan explained that at that time, Xiao Yixian, Ziyan, and herself managed to escape from the wormhole. After that, they spent several months heading towards the Pill region. When they arrived in the Pill region, an unscrupulous faction called the Yuqing Gate set their sights on Xiao Yixian because of her beauty. Faced with this in her anger, Xiao Yixian immediately killed everyone from that faction. However, the head of the Yuqing Gate was also an elite Daozong. Although he ultimately died at the hands of Xiao Yixian, she also suffered some injuries. Coincidentally, this resulted in the weakening of the seal, and the Woeful Poison Body erupted. The Woeful Poison Body is a representation of disaster in the Pill region because a number of calamities have been created as a result of its eruption. Therefore, several factions immediately attacked Xiao Yixian. The Ice River Valley was the most active, but their intention was not to destroy the Woeful Poison Body. Instead, they wanted to obtain this special body because the Ice River Valley likes to collect various types of unique bodies. After that, they would use special methods to transfer the soul of an expert from the valley into the body, thereby gaining some of its abilities. Some time ago, the hiding place of Xiao Yixian was discovered by the Ice River Valley. After that, she exchanged blows with the other party and suffered serious injuries. At this point, Xin Lan's face instantly turned red, and she apologized to Xioyan for being useless. She couldn't help at all when all of this happened. Right now, Xin Lan was truly blaming herself for her helplessness. In response, Xioyan took a deep breath, then waved his hand and said that it wasn't Xin Lan's fault. After that, Xioyan continued, saying that it seemed Xin Lan knew where Xiao Yixian was. Xin Lan nodded and said that she had received information sent by Xiao Yixian to her, but that place was currently surrounded by experts from the Ice River Valley. Therefore, even Xin Lan couldn't enter. Xioyan nodded slightly and then asked where the place was. Xin Lan immediately said that the place was called the Falling God Stream. Xioyan pondered for a moment before Xin Lan finally asked what brother Xioyan planned to do next. Upon hearing the question, Xioyan immediately said what else could he do besides going to the Falling God Stream. Xin Lan quickly said that if that was the problem, then she would lead the way for Xioyan. She knew how to find Xiao Yixian. Once they entered the Falling God Stream, Xioyan nodded slightly until he suddenly remembered something and then asked where Ziyan was. Did she also go along with Xiao Yixian? Xin Lan quickly explained that Ziyan had left a message saying that she suddenly felt something and wanted to return home. Xioyan immediately frowned after hearing Xin Lan's explanation. Ziyan's identity had always been a mystery, but Xioyan could vaguely guess that her identity must be very powerful. Xioyan then wondered where the place called home for Ziyan was. Xioyan said he hoped the girl was okay, and now they could only wait until Xiao Yixian's issue was resolved before finding Ziyan. Xioyan sighed. Then, Xioyan once again grabbed Xin Lan and moved his body, hurrying towards the northern sky of the Falling God Stream, which was not too far from Yi City. With the Xioyan's speed, it took him only about a day to reach this bustling area. Despite carrying Xin Lan, Xioyan and Xin Lan slowly landed on a towering mountain peak, their gaze fixed into the distance. In front of them lay a vast plain covered with scattered rocks. Xioyan's eyes swept across the land, and he saw a dense crowd of human figures there. Moreover, these human figures continue to form groups as they advance towards the Falling God Stream, clearly intending to search for traces of Xiao Yixian, who was there. Soon, Xin Lan explained that the sky of the Falling God Stream was covered with poisonous fog. Therefore, they couldn't fly and could only enter through a lower path. This was the only way to the Falling God Stream. However, there were experts from the Ice River Valley guarding the place, constantly monitoring the activities within the Falling God Stream. Upon hearing Xin Lan's explanation, Xioyan immediately asked what kind of strength the experts sent by the Ice River Valley possessed. Xin Lan explained that based on the information she had obtained, the leaders of this search were two elders from the Ice River Valley named Bing Yuan and Bing Fu. They were the ones who exchanged blows with Xiao Yixian. However, she believed there should be other experts besides the two of them. She thought there were at least 4 elite Dozong assisting them in searching for Xiao Yixian. Xioyan nodded and thought it seemed the Ice River Valley did not deploy their ultimate Duzong class experts. However, it made sense when Xioyan considered it. With Xiao Yixian's current strength, the elders of the Ice River Valley would be sufficient to capture her. After that, Xiaoyan asked Xinlan if she could find the location of Xiao Yixian once they entered the falling god stream. Xinlan nodded, and finally, Xiaoyan grabbed Xinlan by the waist again, and they quickly descended from the mountain peak. In a few flashes, they had landed outside the falling god stream. After that, Xiaoyan walked to the entrance, with Xinlan hurriedly following behind him. Nearly 100 disciples from the Ice River Valley were guarding 2 large stones at the entrance. However, none of them blocked Xiaoyan's movement. They continued to walk forward until they arrived at a secluded area. They stopped immediately, and then Xiaoyan asked where they should go. In response, Xinlan carefully looked around and she took out a jade bottle from her storage ring. She opened it and a small, pitch-black object escaped from the bottle. This object looked similar to a mouse but had a pair of thin wings on its back. Shortly thereafter, the object swiftly darted forward, followed by Xinlan and Xiaoyan behind it. They continued deep into the forest until the small black mouse in front of them suddenly stopped. Xiaoyan seemed to sense something that he grabbed the mouse along with Xinlan and hid behind a large rock. Xiaoyan quickly looked up to the sky and saw dozens of white-clad figures standing there. Soon, the booming voice of an old man leading the group in the sky was heard. Xiaoyan immediately realized that the figure in front of the group was Xiao Yixian. The man asked Xiao Yixian to obediently return with him to the Ice River Valley, saying that by doing so, she might still have a chance to live. Upon hearing the man's words, Xiaoyan immediately squinted his eyes and stared sharply at the man. Xiaoyan could vaguely sense that the man's strength was around a 6-star Duzong. Xiaoyan pondered for a moment before finally shifting his gaze. At this moment, there were dozens of white-clad figures standing around the mountain stream, making it clear that they were disciples from the Ice River Valley. After that, Xiaoyan shifted his gaze and found 2 men standing on a rock. Xiaoyan could sense that one of them had the strength of a 6-star Duzong, while the other was around a 2-star Duzong. Xiaoyan murmured that there were actually 3 elite Duzong present. Additionally, there were dozens of elite disciples from the Ice River Valley. Xinlan, whose eyes also swept across the place, immediately said that the 2 individuals were the elders of the Ice River Valley named Bing Yun and Bing Fu. They are very strong, and it would be wise for Brother Xiaoyan to remain cautious. Meanwhile, on the other side, the old man immediately said to Xiao Yixian that she would not be able to escape. This was because she had been struck with the Ice Zun Force and required an antidote from the Ice River Valley. The mysterious Ice Dao Kai remaining in Xiao Yixian's body would freeze all her life force within a month. Surrendering and returning to the Ice River Valley was Xiao Yixian's only chance for survival. In response to the man's words, Xiao Yixian immediately said that before her life force was frozen, she would destroy her own body and leave nothing for the Ice River Valley. Seeing Xiao Yixian's response, the cold aura gradually surged from the man's body. He immediately waved his sleeve, and sharp ice spikes shot out, rushing towards Xiao Yixian. Xiao Yixian frowned as she saw the sharp ice spikes cutting through the air and rushing towards her. She was seriously injured and clearly not a match for Bing Yun. Moreover, there were 2 other elite Duzong around the mountain, and if she attacked, she would likely have no chance to escape. Suddenly, grayish-purple Dao Qi surged, forming a defensive barrier. However, the energy barrier formed by the grayish-purple Dao Qi quickly faded under the continuous assault of the ice spikes. Xiao Yixian's expression changed slightly as she felt the intense cold air flowing around her. This cold air was truly peculiar, and if it managed to enter someone's body, it would be very troublesome to deal with. During the last battle, she had accidentally allowed the cold air to enter her body, which caused her Dao Pli to slow down, showing signs of fatigue. She realized that this was what was known as the Ice Zun Force from Bing Yun and Bing Fu, which had injured her and forced her to retreat at that time. After that, Xiao Yixian quickly darted towards the stream of the mountain. Realizing this, Bing Yun immediately ordered the disciples to form the Ice Ceiling Formation. Instantly, a large ice wall formed, blocking Xiao Yixian's escape route. Not long after, Bing Yuan's body rushed towards Xiao Yixian with a murderous intent gradually rising in his eyes. Xiao Yixian seemed to realize that a killing intent had appeared in Bing Yuan's heart when she saw the ferocious smile on his face. She hurriedly mobilized the remaining Dao Qi in her body in preparation for a final struggle. Just as Xiao Yixian made her decision, the large ice walls surrounding her suddenly emitted a cracking sound. Soon after, many cracks quickly spread, and the ice walls eventually shattered with an explosive sound. The shattering ice walls immediately startled Bing Yuan, who became even more shocked upon hearing the numerous pitiful cries from the disciples of the Ice River Valley. Bing Yuan focused his eyes and his expression immediately darkened upon discovering that the disciples from the Ice Valley had fallen. He looked around until he finally spotted a young man standing with a smile at the edge of the mountain stream. The figure immediately said that the people from the Ice River Valley were truly shameless. So many of them attacking a woman who was injured and weak would undoubtedly tarnish the name of the Ice River Valley. Xiaoyan laughed before finally turning his gaze to Xiao Yixian and apologized for arriving late. Xiao Yixian was surprised when she saw the young man standing by the mountain stream and called out his name. A beautiful smile slowly appeared on her pale and pretty face. It was a smile of happiness and beauty from someone who had found great hope in the midst of despair. Meanwhile, Bing Yuan quickly laughed and then said that even a one-star Dao Zun dared to act insolently in front of him. Bing Yuan immediately ordered Bing Fu to face Xiaoyan. Bing Fu nodded and then said he would let the boy understand what it means to suffer a fate worse than death. Bing Fu quickly stepped through the empty air and slowly moved towards Xiaoyan. The aura emanating from his body grew colder with each step he took. Meanwhile, Bing Yuan immediately turned towards Xiao Yixian, waved his hand, and a surprising cold aura quickly appeared. In the blink of an eye, the cold aura transformed into a rapidly spinning ice wheel and then shot towards Xiao Yixian. Realizing this, Xiao Yixian's expression immediately changed. Her body moved swiftly and darted away. But just as she was about to move, a silver figure suddenly appeared and struck the ice wheel, sending it flying. The sudden appearance of the silver figure caused Bing Yuan's expression to change instantly, and his face showed shock when he saw the silver figure in front of Xiao Yixian, especially when he saw the figure's eyes displaying emptiness. He immediately wondered and murmured whether it was a puppet. On the other side, Xiaoyan quickly laughed and then ordered the Earth Demon puppet to kill Bing Yuan. The Earth Demon puppet, standing in front of Xiao Yixian, immediately shot out like a cannonball. When Xiaoyan's voice was heard, the Earth Demon puppet appeared in front of Bing Yuan in an instant, and its fist cruelly struck Bing Yuan's chest without any unnecessary movement. Bing Yuan's expression immediately changed, and he quickly threw his palm as a reflex action, clashing with the Earth Demon puppet's fist. The impact occurred, but the Earth Demon puppet didn't budge at all. Meanwhile, Bing Yuan was forced back several steps through the empty air, shock appearing in his eyes. Relying on his strength, he could not win in a direct clash with the puppet. Bing Yuan quickly shouted, ordering Bing Fu to kill the boy who controlled the puppet. Bing Fu nodded, then immediately rushed forward along with another figure who also headed towards Xiaoyan. Bing Fu ordered a leader named Bing Yi to capture the poison woman while he would confront the boy. Bing Fu nodded, then waved his hand and led dozens of figures towards Xiao Yixian, who was behind Xiaoyan. Xiao Yixian's face unconsciously tensed as she saw Bing Yi charging towards them. Meanwhile, Xiaoyan smiled as he looked at Bing Fu's cold face. Xiaoyan's fingers gently stroked the white ring on his finger. Suddenly, a spiritual body gradually appeared, transforming into the form of an old man. Bing Fu, who was rushing forward, suddenly stopped when a spiritual body appeared, and his eyes stared at the spiritual body in shock. Surprise crossed Xiao Yixian's eyes behind Xiaoyan when she saw him summon such a powerful spiritual body. Instantly, Xiao Yixian's heart completely relaxed, and she finally let go of all the injuries she had suffered. Dizziness suddenly overwhelmed Xiao Yixian, and she uncontrollably spat out a mouthful of fresh blood. Xiaoyan was startled, then he quickly grabbed Xiao Yixian and looked at her pale face. At this moment, Xiao Yixian seemed incredibly weak, as if she would collapse if blown by the wind. Instantly, the murderous intent in Xiaoyan's dark eyes surged. Xiaoyan took a deep breath, then turned towards Tian Hu Zunji and said he would disturb his rest and asked him to quickly deal with the people from the Ice River Valley, as Xiao Yixian was seriously injured and could not hold on for much longer. In response to that, Tian Hu Zunji immediately glanced at Xiao Yixian. With his eyesight, he could naturally tell that she had suffered serious injuries. Tian Hu Zunji's expression became much more serious, and he nodded, saying he would need 10 minutes. After that, he quickly turned and looked towards Bing Fu's group, who all had expressions of shock on their faces. Seeing this, Tian Hu Zunji slowly stepped forward and a magnificent spiritual storm surged. Bing Fu's expression became truly grim, and he unconsciously muttered whether that figure truly had the strength of an 8-star Du Zong. Bing Fu's heart turned cold as he saw Tian Hu Zunji vanish. Bing Fu's body quickly retreated, and he wondered how a mere child could have such a terrifying entourage. Shortly after, the space in front of Bing Fu fluctuated and Tian Hu Zunji's figure appeared. He smiled faintly and then swung his palm. In response, Bing Fu quickly mobilized all the Dao Qi in his body to form a snow-white armor. However, such power had no effect in front of Tian Hu Zunjie. Finally, an explosion occurred as the palm gently landed on the ice armor on Bing Fu's body. The armor slowly cracked and eventually shattered under the overwhelming pressure exerted by Tian Hu Zunjie. Bing Fu's face instantly turned pale, and a mouthful of blood spurted out as his body flew backward. Meanwhile, on the other side, Bing Yi pressed his feet into the empty air and shot towards Xiaoyan at lightning speed. Many disciples of the Ice River Valley hurriedly activated all the Dao Qi within their bodies, transforming into many colorful lights that surrounded Xiaoyan. Seeing the many figures approaching him, Xiaoyan coldly smiled, then turned to Xiao Yixian and told her to leave everything to him and not to interfere. The doctor nodded slightly, thinking that the leader of this group, named Bing He, was a 2-star Du Zong. Besides him, there were several experts at the Du Huang level, and Xiaoyan should be able to handle them all with his strength. Xiao Yixian could only sigh in anxiety. Meanwhile, Xiaoyan slowly stepped forward. His hands quickly formed many strange seals, and as he did so, an illusory figure immediately surged between his eyebrows and fluctuated, forming the appearance of Xiaoyan. The 3000 Thunder illusionary body technique that Xiaoyan had once practiced now had an avatar whose strength should have reached the peak of Dao Huang. Although this avatar could handle Bing He, it could at least block the other disciples of the Ice River Valley. Xiaoyan snapped his fingers, and the spiritual avatar beside him immediately dashed away, according to Xiaoyan's instructions. His body moved, and a silver light shone beneath his feet. He vanished in an instant, and the next time he appeared, he was already behind Bing He, blocking many disciples from the Ice River Valley. The appearance of the spiritual avatar caused Bing He to be instantly shocked, his eyes turning cold as he looked at Xiaoyan. He said that Xiaoyan had quite a few tricks up his sleeve, but with his 1-star Du Zong strength, Xiaoyan was still no match for him. Instantly, powerful Dao Qi surged from Bing He's body. In response, Xiaoyan only shook his head slightly as he watched Bing He approach. This person was only a 2-star Du Zong, while Xiaoyan had personally killed such people even before he reached the Du Zong level. Not long after, Bing He's figure flashed and appeared in front of Xiaoyan with an evil smile on his face. His fist, covered in sharp ice, brutally struck towards Xiaoyan's chest. Facing this, Xiaoyan merely revealed a cold smile, and his hand quickly spread as jade-green flames surged from his body. The fist accurately struck Xiaoyan's palm, but at that moment, the layer of ice melted instantly upon contact. Without the support of cold air and ice, Bing He's punch quickly lost its power. Xiaoyan coldly smiled and said that a 2-star Du Zong from the Ice River Valley was truly very weak. Simultaneously, Xiaoyan's hand grabbed Bing He's fist, causing him to be instantly shocked. Disbelief surged in Bing He's eyes as he saw his attack easily blocked by Xiaoyan. His eyes suddenly narrowed when he saw the jade-green flame clinging to Xiaoyan's palm and immediately shouted, "Is this a heavenly flame?" Xiaoyan smiled and said that what Bing He said was indeed true. Xiaoyan immediately swung his arm forward and unleashed the Octane Blast technique. A punch filled with intense heat and wild strength struck Bing He's body, causing him to spit out a mouthful of blood. Bing He's expression turned extremely grim as he quickly mobilized all the Dao Qi in his body to withstand the heat from the flame. Instantly, clear ice appeared and formed into a snake-like shape as he executed the Ice Snake Arm technique. A surprising cold air quickly surged towards Xiaoyan. However, Xiaoyan's expression did not change as jade-green flames erupted from his body like a volcano, eventually gathering in his arm and forming a massive jade-green fire wolf. Without hesitation, Xiaoyan immediately swung his fist forward, and the fire wolf roared like rolling waves at Xiaoyan's fist. The terrifying heat instantly evaporated the cold air rushing towards Xiaoyan. A violent clash ensued, and Bing He was instantly sent flying, his body crashing into a rock, causing him to spit out another mouthful of blood. He then raised his head, his face filled with shock. He found it incredibly difficult to believe that a 1-star Du Zong could unleash such a frightening fighting strength. As Bing He's thoughts raced, a figure suddenly appeared in front of him like lightning. The figure immediately said that the people from the Ice River Valley only had such a little level of strength. Realizing this, Bing He quickly turned to flee. However, Xiaoyan's body suddenly moved, and his foot swiftly aimed at Bing He's body. An explosion occurred as Xiaoyan's foot struck Bing He's body, and the sound of bones cracking could be heard before Bing He's body was sent flying again. Bing He's body collided with a rock again, and another mouthful of blood spurted out. He then shouted that sooner or later, Xiaoyan would regret all his actions today. At that moment, a white figure suddenly shot down from the sky and crashed into the rock next to Bingy. A mouthful of fresh blood was immediately spat out, and after that, the figure slowly rolled over like a corpse. Bingy hurriedly turned and shock surged in his eyes as he realized that the figure was Bing Fu. At this moment, Bing Fu's entire body was covered in fresh blood. His breathing was labored and he looked like he was on the brink of death. Meanwhile, on the other side, an elderly figure slowly appeared next to Xiaoyan, and it turned out to be Tian Hu Zunji. He glanced at Bing Fu and said that he had truly enjoyed beating that person. However, Xiaoyan could rest assured that Bing Fu no longer had any breath left. Xiaoyan nodded and then said that Tian Hu Zunji could be certain, as the issue of the medicinal ingredients was more or less resolved. It was likely that Tian Hu Zunji would soon be able to have a body once again. An undisguised joy appeared on Tian Hu Zunji's face after hearing Xiaoyan's words. His body was a concern that had always troubled him, and hearing this, he thought that the day might not be far off. He immediately laughed and said that Xiaoyan was truly reliable. It seemed that Tian Hu Zunji's eyesight was still as good as it used to be. On the other side, Bingyu was shocked after hearing Tian Hu Zunji's words and said that his Ice River Valley specialized in body refinement. Moreover, the bodies they created had special abilities. If the Elder could help Ice River Valley with one task, namely capturing a wound with a poison body, he could get it for free. The smile on Xiaoyan's face instantly faded, and a dense, cold-killing intent surged in his heart. Tian Hu Zunji was also surprised after hearing Bing He's words, then glanced at Xiaoyan. Tian Hu Zunji immediately stepped towards Bing He, placed his hand on his neck, and a cracking sound was heard. With Bing He dead, Tian Hu Zunji then carelessly discarded Bing He's body and turned to Xiaoyan, saying that Xiaoyan should not give someone like that a chance to speak in the future, otherwise unexpected changes might occur sooner or later. Xiaoyan relaxed his tightly clenched fist, nodded towards Tian Hu Zunji, and clasped his hands together. Xiaoyan thanked Tian Hu Zunji for the warning and said that it seemed the battle on the other side should also be over by now. Soon, a silver light shot out from the mountain stream and appeared in front of Xiaoyan. At this moment, the Earth Demon puppet was holding Bing Yuan, whose face was covered in blood. After seeing Bing Fu, who looked like a pile of mud, and Bing He with a broken neck, cruelty immediately emerged in Bing Yuan's eyes. He stared sharply at Xiaoyan and said that none of them would be able to escape. Xiaoyan faintly smiled and received the severely injured Bing Yuan's body from the Earth Demon puppet. After that, Xiaoyan turned his gaze to the disciples of the Ice River Valley and ordered the Earth Demon puppet to kill them all and not let anyone survive. The Earth Demon puppet immediately charged at the group of Ice River Valley disciples, and soon, many miserable screams could be heard. Afterward, the Earth Demon puppet returned to Xiaoyan, along with the spiritual avatar that Xiaoyan had formed. Xiaoyan then stared sharply at Bing Yuan and asked about the power of the Ice Sun that he had mentioned earlier. Bing Yuan remained silent until Xiaoyan released a jade flame and applied it to Bing Yuan's shoulder. White smoke quickly rose and Bing Yuan's entire body trembled instantly. Bing Yuan's breathing became erratic until he finally said that the Ice Sun Force was a unique Dao Qi of his Ice River Valley. One had reached the Du Zong class to create it. If this Ice Sun Force entered someone's body, it would secretly hide and gradually freeze the blood and veins within the body. Xiaoyan then asked how it could be undone. Bing Yuan immediately said that there was no method to undo it unless Xiaoyan personally requested the head of the Ice River Valley to do it. However, of course, Bing Yuan did not think that Xiaoyan would be able to do that. Xiaoyan's eyes turned as cold as ice. He then ignored Bing Yuan and nodded slightly to Tian Hu Zunji before turning and leaving. Just as Xiaoyan took a few steps, the sound of cracking was suddenly heard. Shortly afterward, Tian Hu Zunji threw 3 jade bottles and said that they contained their souls and asked Xiaoyan to keep them. Xiaoyan immediately grabbed the 3 jade bottles that shot out behind him and stored them in his storage ring. After that, Xiaoyan quickly walked towards Xiao Yixian and said that they should leave this place first. Xiaoyan would think of a way to deal with the so-called Ice Sun Force. Xiao Yixian gently nodded and Xiaoyan then extended his hand and grabbed Xiao Yixian's waist. After that, he instructed the Earth Demon puppet to bring Sin Lan, who was hiding in one of the corners of the valley. His body immediately moved and he quickly sped towards the deeper area of the fallen god stream.